Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a new moon in Virgo reading for Taurus. The new moon in Virgo takes place on September 17th, and this reading will take us all the way till our next dark moon on October 16th. So this is about new beginnings. It's a really important time to concentrate on getting organized, committing to personal goals, starting projects that require attention to details, making lists, celebrating our small accomplishments as we check those things off of our list. Paying attention to our health and our diet and wellness is extremely supported during Virgo season. And it's a time when we're determined to improve our work routines, any issues we've been facing in our relationships, and finding practical solutions in our jobs, our health, our self-care routines, and habits. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Taurus, we're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the message for my Taurians out there for their new moon in Virgo reading. What messages does Taurus need to hear? Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, Ten of Wands, Six of Wands. All right, and the Hanged Man. All right, right away, Taurus, not everybody has to agree with what you're doing. Please don't rely too much on other people's feedback that might be keeping you from moving on, taking things to the next level. Your overall energy is the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so the Hermit in reverse is interesting because it's about, I'm also getting like, you don't need to necessarily take other people's advice so much to heart. Really search for the answers within, Taurus. But if you do have a trusted teacher, okay, then it may be important to heed their advice. But I'm really getting with this Six of Wands energy, there might be a lot of people making a lot of noise, a lot of people weighing in on your situation. And it's really important, the Emperor is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is, the Emperor has advisors, but he doesn't have 100 of them. He has just a very few trusted advisors. And it's really important that one of your trusted advisors, the most important trusted advisor that you have, is you, is your intuition, is your experience. Okay, the Hermit card is Virgo energy, so it does speak to this reading. You might have Virgo in your chart, or you might be connected to a Virgo. So Taurus, what's going on here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is I think you're feeling a little bit stuck. I'm seeing like a big wagon wheel in the mud and trying to figure out how to move forward. And I think you're feeling, like within life we have ebbs and we have flows, and you feel like you're really at sort of like a lower point where things aren't moving in the direction that you want them to. There's a need for you to get a different perspective. There's also, you may have been pressing too hard, okay, with this Judgment card for taking this relationship to the next level, getting that promotion, honing your psychic abilities. I feel like you've been so hyper focused on it, but you're actually sending out that energy of lack. Like I need, okay? I need you to marry me. I need you to believe me. I need this promotion. And so therefore you're actually sort of creating roadblocks or delays or frustrations. Okay, so there's with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the advice that I'm getting for you guys here is to really surrender to the journey. Don't try to push too hard. And if you're really focused on one way of doing things, be available, okay, be susceptible to seeing about different ways of getting and achieving the same results. What's holding you back? We have this Judgment card. Judgment is, are you being too judgmental with yourself? Are you being too hard on yourself? Okay, are you judging others too harshly? All right, so really the importance here of answering your call, Taurus, but you need to go within. Only you know what that is. Okay, so I feel like some of you may have been looking. Oh, look at that. And the Emperor shows up right underneath there. Some of you guys might have been giving your power away. Maybe it's watching too many tarot readings. Maybe it's to a psychic advisor or, to friends and family, letting too many people weigh in on your situation. What should I do here? What is my purpose? What do you think my purpose is? And it's this, I'm just getting this importance of you not like being able to tap into your higher wisdom, align with yourself. Okay, because I feel like you might have been pushing too hard for this change, pushing too hard for certain answers that may not be ready to be revealed. Okay, and this need, this desire is what's, it's time to maybe focus on some different things or a different way of doing things. Now, what you need to release or the intentions that you need to set, this is Sagittarius energy. This is you've taken on too many responsibilities. This is a sense of exhaustion. You need to release some of these burdens. And I feel like, Taurus, you need to cut some people loose. I feel like, again, you might feel obligated to ask for other people's opinions that negatively affect you, and deep down you don't need their opinion, but because they're there, or you feel like you want to include them in on this journey, Spirit's saying cut them loose. You need to provide more time for yourself. You've been through a lot. I feel like you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling battered, you're feeling bruised, but you have accrued the wisdom that you need. The experience in this lifetime and many other lifetimes, Taurus, is what you need for this up-leveling to take this to the next level, whatever it is. Okay, but you're trying to do too much. You're trying to do it all. All right, and that's creating delays and frustrations. The Six of Wands, I already kind of discussed. The Six of Wands is a victory card, but when it's in the reverse, it's like maybe needing too much of other people's approval, and I know some of you aren't going to like me saying that, but it could be receiving too much of other people's opinions about what you're doing. And even though we're all strong and we feel like, well, I don't let other people dictate how I feel or what I do, but it's about really sort of creating this protective bubble or sphere around, if this is your relationship, your marriage, if this is your job, if this is your spiritual journey, not giving your power away unwittingly, because oftentimes it's about what are we allowing into our lives, what energy. I talk about this a lot. It's about the food and drink that we let into our bodies. There's low vibe food, like sugary carbonated beverages, processed foods, that sort of thing. But then also there's, if we eat clean and healthier, it also sort of is better for us spiritually. But then also about the people that we're around. Do you have any Debbie Downers in your surroundings? Negative Nancy's, and again, something might need to be kept closer to your chest, especially if you're thinking about doing something that's, that goes against the grain, or that's very important to you. Keep it sacred. Don't let too many people in on your secret, because that can really sort of create, that can, too early on, the naysayers can stop you in your tracks, okay? And also I'm getting here with the Six of Wands energy, paying attention to the news that you're watching, the social media that you're on. Remember, there are algorithms, especially right now as politics in the United States are heating up. There are algorithms that are out there that are meant to keep you in a state of anxiety and rage. So really maybe taking this time out for yourself, maybe turning off your phones. It's so funny because I was hearing on the news today that there's like an Instagram blackout going on. Maybe you guys need to like get away from social media for a bit so you can really, you know, this pulling back, this need for retreat, so you can form your own opinion about what it is you need to do, how you want to do it, and don't let anybody in on that until you're very sure, or until you've allowed whatever seed that you're planting to grow, so it can't be blown over by anybody's, you know, anybody's negative wind, if you will, if that makes sense. That's a really weird way to say it, but yeah, I think you catch my drift. This is Piscean energy. This is about, you know, this is about surrendering to the journey, not trying to push too hard, not trying to control too much of the outcome. All right. And I get, you know, with the Hermit card and the Hanged Man, you know, there is a need for you to sort of pull back. There's a need for you to retreat. Some of you guys just might be feeling like, ugh, I need, you know, I need a day at the spa. I need a weekend in the mountains, you know, you name it. So you get Strength, 44. Yep, the Master Builder number. You're building something. You've been working really hard on something. All right, and some of you might be feeling like it's not coming into fruition, or, you know, you've taken the weight of the world on your shoulders. Spirit's asking you to release some of that. We have Dry Desert, number 31, breaking down to another 4. So Spirit and your angels and your guides are going to be communicating with you guys, Taurus, with the number 4. So if we're looking at the clock at 4:44, you receive an invoice with 444 on it. Remember, pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to your thoughts, because these are important synchronicities in this next lunation. Look at that. I have a tarot card in there. We have the Empress in reverse. That's your energy, something that you're working towards not coming to fruition. All right. Yep. Something you're trying to manifest, something you might be working, you might be trying to push forward too hard, and there's this need to work smarter, not harder. Build in rest periods. Break, you know, silence the noise, the naysayers. Get yourself right. Focus on yourself. Golden Palace. Beautiful. Oh, that's one of my favorite cards in this deck. Beautiful. And look at that. We have this new moon energy coming through. All right, and we get the Magical Map Shifter. So the Magical Map Shifter, I love that we have the wheel showing up twice. This is about, you know, this is about serendipity. This is about reviewing. This is also about, you know, take a look at people who come into your life and what their purpose is. If you find that people or situations are really weighing you down, are draining you, Taurus, you need to separate. You need to set up those boundaries. You need to do that protective bubble or that protective sphere. At the bottom of the deck, you get Spirit of Place, another 4. Interesting. So 444 is very important. 44 is the Master Builder number. Well, it's the master number of building through perseverance. And it's about this physical world. It is this earth energy, Taurus. All right, so I'm going to read to you a little bit about the Golden Palace. And this is about abundance. There is always enough. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. Yeah, and I feel like you guys have to understand, remember that this is a cycle. Things come and go. There might be a heavy focus on the 3D. And again, you know, remember that there's enough abundance to go around. So taking a break, pulling back, sometimes that can be scary for us, those of us who are workaholics in particular. You know, oh, if I don't work today, you know, I won't have enough. You know, that feeling, and believe me, I'm one of you. Okay, I'm one of those, you know, people that doesn't like to not work. And that there are ebbs and flows, and you are due to receive. Okay, you are due to receive. All right, you get enlightenment. Pursue spiritual growth. Look at that. Look at that. There's right on top of that Judgment card. So take some time out for yourself, Taurus, to focus on your spiritual journey, for meditation, for prayer, just carving out that sacred time and that sacred space within your daily practice, even if it's just a minute a day, to do Reiki, to meditate, to pray, to get a massage, whatever it might be, but to really nurture your soul. And confrontation, pick your battles wisely. Yeah, because I feel like, Taurus, some of you guys with this dry desert and golden palace coming up, some of you guys feel like there won't be enough. And I feel like your sense of exhaustion or your sense of feeling like things aren't going your way may be creating conflict in your daily life or in your personal relationships. So it's kind of like, this person who needs to really, take a pill, take a chill pill, take a day at the spa. I feel like I see somebody getting quite angry, somebody bubbling up, to the surface. This may be an energy you're connected to, or it may be, the energy that you're in, Taurus. Okay. And you guys know how much money situations affect relationships. When money is tight, relationships break down or experience some of their greatest challenges. Okay, so knowing and recognizing that, Taurus, is going to be very important. All right, and you guys get fairies of the future. You get the master number 33. Look at that. And you get the hermit card, the master teacher. 33 is the master teacher number. So allow your wisdom and your strength to come through. This is a very important life lesson. Now, these fairies, the fairies of the future, are the fairies of a bright future and are essential companions on any journey. So Taurus, you have a bright future. Understand that. When they appear, it's time to consider where we have been and where we wish to go. Again, the magical map shifter. Okay, doing that review. There are many opportunities, many potentials, but we must choose a path and then take realistic, practical steps to bring the desired future into being. This is not a time to wait for things to come to us, but to step forward boldly to meet them. We may do this alone if we wish, or in the company of those who share our goals and dreams. Yeah. All right. Interesting. So this card really asks you, Taurus, to be here now. And please try to be open to the guidance. Okay, remember 444, really important. Also 33. The gnome of now at the top of the card looks both ways simultaneously. Something that would give a human a crick in the brain if he tried it. However, the gnome has no particular problem with this, as fairies always have a sliding sense of past, present, and future. Anna in the center steps boldly forth, pregnant with possibilities, and carrying the hazelnut that grants wisdom. Puggy above her crouches ready to take off and rush ahead as soon as she is sure what direction they are going. Yep, so it's really important, Taurus, that you go within, that you carve out this time to figure out which direction you're going in. We have this wheel. The wheel represents the four corners, the four cardinal signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. We have another wheel. Which direction are you going to move in? While the frog above her waits, hoping to be kissed just to see what will happen. On the left, there's a character named Amalathea, hesitates momentarily, not sure she is dressed properly or has her hair done right for the occasion. Nearly everyone looks to the future with cheerful optimism. Yeah, and that's beautiful because we see that here with the Golden Palace. Amazing things are coming your way, Taurus. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to give this a like and a share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.